so that we have it.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Dina, to mail to you, I have to have a custom certificate and stuff like that on it.
Yeah. I mean, what do you, it depends what you're going to mail.
I was going to mail you a copy of my book because I can't email you one.
You can just put it on book. Yeah. You got to write, you got to put a customs thing on it and write book.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Because I know they have media shipping.
Yeah.
In
or
Norway.
just write gift or something. Yeah. Gift is good. Because then I don't pay tax.
Everybody else I'm sent, other than the guys, I'm asking them individually if they would really want to read it. But I'm asking when I send it out, would you please? Yeah, I want to review.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, none of my people that were ARC readers could download it or could find it once they downloaded it.
Oh, bummer.
So I have absolutely no reviews on it.
Oh, but it's on Amazon.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Can they also write review on Goodreads?
Yes, they can. But well, no, if they haven't read it.
I have a question.
Yes.
I went into the Facebook for the book. It's all there, beautiful. And it appears you, Jane, Azaleta, and Kevin. Nobody else.
You have to go to your author's page and add it. I had to go in and add it.
Yeah, you have to go to your author.
Now there's Jonathan is there, Kevin's there.
Yeah. Dina was first. So I think I shouldn't be giving away the secret. I think whoever does it first gets put.
No, because Kathleen, you're still first and Aletta's still second.
Yeah. So what you do is you go to Amazon.com or no, it's author/Amazon.com.
Wait. Authors?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in chat. I'm going to put it in chat right now.
Like Author Central or something.
No, you don't even
start
put
your
that.
author page. You start your author page, and then from there you add books to your author page, and that will be added to it.
This will take you to your author's page.
Yeah, I've been
or Author Central.
I've been there for the other anthologies, and I sent them an email, and they said, "Sorry, yes, okay, now you are in." But every new anthology that comes in, so I have to do it the same thing because
all of us, everybody's got to do it. I had to do it because it didn't show up on my shelf anywhere.
Okay.
So I had to go in and add that, even though I'm on the list when you look at the book.
Yeah.
But it's not on my bookshelf, and it needs to be on your bookshelf.
So do you use your author's name, or do you use your account name? Like I have an Amazon account, so do I use my Amazon account?
No, I use my author's name.
Okay.
But you just type
not the account. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it will go to, it should go to your account, but once you're on this page, then it might ask for your account. If it doesn't take you directly there because it's tracing your email.
All right.
Because your email is tied to your account.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Jerry.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, Jerry.
Hi.
Hey.
When it's after Shabbat, we already say, have a good week. So people have a good week.
Yay. And did you know 1 year ago today, we were doing a video at this time?
Wow.
Because it popped up on my cloud, 1 year ago, you did this. And it was showing everybody showing up. I thought that was cool.
That's great. That's great.
And it was showing all the stuff that I'd made the year before for dogs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look what we did in a year.
Yeah.
It's our third anthology.
Yeah, it's actually, well, it'll be 3 years this fall, and or 2 years this fall. So we're real close, 1.5 years. And I don't know a lot of authors that have
Hello,
done
hello.
that. Hi, Daniel. Daniel and I have a little bit of business to discuss. So, Michelle, you didn't win anything Thursday, did you?
No,
Okay,
because yeah, no, you're right.
yeah,
You're talking
because any of the prizes, because I'm putting everybody in for the prizes, and that's one of the things Daniel and I were going to talk about is putting in, how we're going to do that. Because I'm going to do the drawing because I want him to win a prize too, if we can.
Okay.
So I've got Kevin in and Jerry in, and now I've got Michelle in because I wanted to make sure I had the right people in.
Okay, our guest also gonna win.
Oh yes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yes. I'm with them. Does anybody want to donate an ebook?
Yeah, sure. I donate an ebook.
Sure.
Okay, because they're $1.07.
That's fine.
And
No problem.
and anybody in our group, including Daniel, and Daniel and I've already talked about this. I've been sending it to all the women, and that's why I have to send it to Anna and to Dina in paperback, is because they can't get ebooks from me. They're out of
Oh.
country.
Yeah.
So, but everybody else that would like to read my book and review it, I will send you a complimentary ebook
Ooh.
if you would like one. I already sent one to Michelle, and I sent one to Lynn. I sent a whole bunch of, but I figure it's probably about $25 all total from friends and family and stuff that I know would read it and give me a review. So, and it's a tax write-off.
Kathleen, I had somebody sent me a review. They emailed me a review for both my books, but they're not on Amazon. So should I post those on Goodreads?
Yes,
Like on my
they should.
account?
Actually, if they don't mind you putting their name on it, yes, it can go on your account.
Okay.
Or you can walk them through it and create an account and put one in under their name. If they purchased the book, or if it was given as a gift, then they can themselves go on Amazon once it's printed on Amazon and give a review.
Okay.
Even if it was several years, a year ago, day ago, whatever. So it just has to be purchased by someone. And that's why I go through the gift thing, because that gives them a receipt number, and their address is in, their email address is already in there. So this is a way that you can legally buy reviews.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, I'm really unknown. So as a first time, and I've only got like 100 names in my email list. That's not a whole lot to get reviews. So I'm just going this way. If I can buy a review, like I know Doc, he was one of our speakers on Thursday. Oh, he was awesome.
He gave me some good ideas.
It's going to be posted.
So can I put a review now? Or can I put a review?
Yes.
Review on your,
yeah. Because because I purchased, oh, no, you and Dina won't be able to, because because I bought a paperback for you. and they wouldn't even ship it. I had to ship it on my own.
But do they have my
And-
email address? I mean, do they know it's?
No,
you typed it?
you'd have to go to Goodreads. The two of you will have to go to Goodreads.
Ah.
And put a review on Goodreads.
Hmm.
Can we put a review on
I wonder, I'm gonna go right now, Kathleen. It's on Amazon.com.
Yeah, see if it will let you put a review and let me know. Daniel, how do you want
Yes,
to
hi.
do this on the gifts?
So you want to be to pick the names out of a hat, right?
Yeah, I've got my bucket. I've got my
Okay.
bucket. Where'd I
How many
put my
names
bucket?
are you going to end up pulling?
I have 22 names.
Are you going to pull all 22 of them?
Eileen,
I would like to because I'd like everybody to win something.
If you actually have a hat, it'd be more dramatic if you used a hat.
Let me
Like
see.
if you have top hat, you have a
Hold
top
on.
hat. Or-
No, I don't have a top hat. I
No.
do know that. Let me see.
Do you
I was
have
like, I
something
got
that
great
A
hats.
top
next
hat would be
time.
perfect.
cowboy
got you.
hat.
Kathleen, I can buy your book on Kindle, so you don't need to send it to me. I think I can just buy it on Kindle. It came
Okay.
right up.
Same here.
Okay.
Same
Right,
here.
but then she's saying, can you write a review though?
Yes, she can.
I don't
Okay.
know why not. I mean,
I-
Amazon. Oh, you know
Once-
why? I know why. It's because it still thinks I live in the United States.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I mean, I can change my location.
Mhm.
Right now
Yeah.
I have the location of my son's address. So
Okay.
it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will do that. Okay, I'm going to use my husband's Southwest Air Defense Sector hat. Actually, it was mine. But what we're going to do, because Southwest Air Defense is no longer there, they were the eye in the sky for the southwestern part of the United States for NATO. And we had a huge room where it was nothing but just like, very much like down at Cape Canaveral. But it was also had attached rooms where we played board games. And they would put up scenarios, and I was one of the people that was typing all the orders into all the different bases in the Southwest and to NORAD, and they would respond back and I would give it out. And I was also talking on the phone and mapping things and stuff. And my husband was up with the colonels and stuff like that, doing his thing up there. So it was pretty fun. It was fun. It was a lot of fun because I always look at it like a game, you know? So there are no more soft puffs. It's going in SWATs.
So my question then is, you want to give all 22, you want to choose all 22 names at some point throughout the chat, right?
Yeah, here,
Okay.
there, wherever.
Okay, so then what we'll do is I have, so based on the questionnaires I got back, I have a question for Jonathan, Anna, Aletta, Michelle. How exactly do I pronounce your name? I want to make sure I get it right.
It's El Michelle Blendo.
El Michelle. Okay. So El Michelle, I have Lynn, I have Jerry, Kathleen, Dina, and then Kevin, I just made up a question for you. Am I missing anyone in the group?
Yeah, we're still missing right now on the screen. We're missing
Of the names that I said.
Yash is not here.
Yash.
Aletta.
Yash,
Okay,
Aletta.
so Yash,
Uh-huh.
I don't have a all right. So Jonathan, Anna, Aletta, El Michelle, Lynn, Jerry, Kathleen, Dina, Kevin, Yash. Who else is in the group?
Look, that's the group.
Anna.
I got Anna.
Jane.
But
Yeah,
there's
now-
already people that have joined us. Have you seen them,
Oh,
Kathleen?
yes, I
Yes.
have.
I have to.
I have. Let me get
Okay.
this.
Do we expect Yash?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Everybody
Alright.
should be here, and they should be here in the next 4 minutes. Our guests can pop on if they want and say hi to us for a little bit. Cindy, Belinda, and Bonita.
Hey, Cindy.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, you got to tell us who invited you,
Shush.
Cindy.
My cousin Lynn Blair.
Woohoo! Yay! Okay, and Belinda, who invited you?
El Michelle invited me.
Awesome, awesome. Hi, Yash and Bonita. Can we see you? Can you take off your mute and your turn on your camera and tell us who gave you the information? Whose I did? La Michelle? Yeah, okay. She's squeaky
Somebody else.
today. She is squeaky today. And we got
Oh,
Celia.
Oh, Celia.
Yeah. Okay.
Long time no see. Hi,
Yes.
Celia.
And
Hi.
we do use the chat, so you can chat in there back and forth. Daniel, our moderator, is gonna come on in just a minute, and I'm gonna introduce him formally because I made him write a bio. And we're gonna have fun. I hope you guys are ready to win some prizes because everybody on is gonna win a prize.
Yay.
Okay. How before Daniel gets on, how many of you, Belinda, Bonita, and Celia are writers or would like to be a writer? Can you come back on and let us raise your hand or say hi? Yes. Hi, Bonita.
Hi, no, I'm not a writer, and at this point, I don't have a desire to be a writer, but thank you for asking.
Okay. Do you have a desire to read?
Oh, I do read. Yes,
She
I
said
read
have to read
6 books a week, so that is something. Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about you, Belinda?
I dabble a little bit, and but I do read.
Okay. And Deborah, we just had Deborah Johnson and Cindy. Don't forget to answer.
I'm not a writer, but I do love to read. I read all the
Okay.
time.
All right. And
Be back.
Deborah, okay. Deborah and Belinda, do you like to read or do you like to write or both?
I'm solely a reader. I tried a little bit on writing reviews, but I'm still very uncomfortable with writing.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. We understand that, don't we?
Yeah.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hello.
Celia, we can't see you.
Well, I cannot turn my camera, but I am a writer, and I
Okay.
do read also.
I know she is. She is a wonderful fantasy writer. Okay,
thank you.
I am going to introduce Daniel. And Daniel was born and reared in the rough and tumble neighborhood of Humboldt Park in Chicago, to
Evangelical.
Thank you, pastors. Confined to the space within the fence around his single family home, he developed a love for backyard baseball, self-entertaining, reading outdated encyclopedias. Do you know, I know one girl that was her whole education was encyclopedia. She's a Mensa level. She was that way when she started at 15. This fostered artistic expression, and he has spent most of his life either running from or headfirst into art. That's a fact. An actor, a musician, a podcast host, and writer, Daniel spends a lot of his creative energy writing flash fiction for guests on his podcast, Other You, the 52-story compilation book, Other You Podcast Season 1 is in the works. Shh and Pop are his first published short stories. You can learn more by visiting his website. I'll be typing those in, which is www.danielmoreno.me. And info, you can email him at info@danielmoreno.me. He also can be found via his socials, Twitter, and I'll type all this in chat so that you can copy that down. This whole thing will be recorded and posted on YouTube. And Daniel, take it over.
Hey, that's me. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the Meet the Writers chat. This is the second of these. The first one was in line with the launch of the anthology's second book, which was the first in the seasons series for autumn. Now we're on to spring. And then what we're going to do, I have some questions that I'm going to ask the writers that participated in that. I'll ask a follow-up. I'm going to ask like the room questions as well. So feel free, if you're not a writer of the book, to participate in the question. And we'll go through that. There will be regular giveaways throughout. And as part of, the promotion of the book and celebration of all of us being here. But I would like very much to say hello to all of the writers. Please, if you guys could go through and say hello, that would be amazing. And then I'll get into some of the questions.
Hello, I'm Kathleen.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hello, I'm Michelle.
Oh, Michelle, hello.
And
Hi, I'm Anna Paulina Lipster.
Anna. Lynn and
Hello.
Kevin.
Hi, I'm Dina.
Hi, Dina.
And I am Lynn Blair, or LK Blair is my pen name.
Okay, Blair.
I'm running late, so I'm still in the car. I mean, Jonathan.
We can use your pseudonym running late.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, that's usually me. That and wait for the last minute.
I'm Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
I'm Yash. Top
Hello,
of the
Yash.
morning.
Welcome, Yash. All right, welcome everybody. These our writers, and so let's go ahead and begin with a giveaway. Kathleen, if you could just grab a name from what we have. Let's start off with that, and then I'll ask a question to the room.
All righty. Belinda, you won an ebook. Yes.
Hey,
You won the ebook of spring.
Nice. Thank you.
Woo!
Great. Wonderful. Excellent. Cool beans. So that's how it'll go. I'll ask a question, and then we'll throw I'll pass it back to Kathleen so that she can pull another name from her hat, and then we can celebrate all together. So the first question right now, this is for the room. This is easy. What are you reading right now?
Oh.
Anybody hop in. What are you reading
I'm
right
reading
now?
The Golden
I'm reading-
Scissors.
Oh.
No, I said I'm reading The Golden Scissors.
The Golden
Golden
Scissors.
Scissors, okay.
Excellent. Excellent.
Picked up a new John Scalzi book, the Kaiju Preservation Society, and he's he's an inspiration to all of us self-published authors, because he was a self-published author that got that sweetheart deal where Tor Books just prints the stew out of his stuff now. Plus he's my age, so that's naturally a good, but a science fiction.
Okay.
I'm reading a Stuart Wood book. It's Double Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy. Anna, you had piped up. What did you say you were reading right now?
I just started reading Camino Winds by John Grisham. So I still don't know what it's all about. It's probably some crime,
Okay.
John Grisham, but I'll tell you in our next meeting.
All right.
And
Great.
I just finished reading a book called Elsewhere by Dean Koontz.
Okay.
And it's the sci-fi multiverse story.
Excellent. Excellent.
I'm reading The Island by Peter Watts.
Ooh. Island.
Heavy
Excellent.
stuff.
I'm reading Pravelli, and that is the third book in the Sigonian series by Diana Duval, and it is a paranormal science fiction in another universe, and it's
Excellent.
also quite a mystery. So
New person.
Excellent. Excellent.
Anybody
else?
I'm reading, I just finished, I'm a big fan of John Sanford, and I just finished his latest And now I'm reading Lonesome Dove. I read it 40 years ago, and now I'm reading it again. I don't know why.
Does it hold up?
Oh yeah,
Across those 40
very
years.
good. Yes.
Yeah. Go.
Very good.
Excellent.
That I'm reading Stuart Wood book. I just finished another one that was really, obviously I'm a mystery person. It's the last thing he told me.
Okay. Excellent.
That
Excellent.
was the Stuart Wood book though, but that's the book I just finished.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm currently reading the Brothers Grimm collection of their fairy tales, and what's super fun about that is I don't remember any of these stories ending the way they do. I feel like I've gotten like the soft kitty version.
Yeah.
You know? They are, man. I'll tell you what, my favorite is the story about this cat and this mouse that become friends. And it ends literally with, and then the cat ate the mouse because that's what cats do. The end.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, were you reading the original stories or?
Yeah. This is like an OG like collection of them. It's amazing and heartbreaking and hilarious, and I love it. Wonderful. I'll now I'm gonna jump into a pointed question for one of the authors, and then I'll come back in a little bit and ask another like question to the room. But let's go ahead and start with Anna Paulina Lipster. One of your pieces was written as a recipe, and having lived on multiple continents, have you found that eating foods from the places that you have been stirs memories strong enough to inspire potential stories?
Oh, that's a very good question because it was a recipe. I enjoy eating Brazilian food. I was born in Rio, in Brazil, and the most popular food there, dish, is black beans and white rice with some kind of vegetable made of green leaves. And that's what every family has at least once a day. And it's kind of, usually people put a lot of pork meat in there. On Sundays, they make a huge pot and they invite friends and family, and it's a party, like Kathleen say. But we Jews, we make it, of course, without pork, and they call it white beans, although the beans are still black because there's no pork in it.
Gotcha.
And you just grow up with it, and I still find it delicious.
Excellent.
And but at home, I had a lot of Polish food. My parents were born in Poland. And so I had a lot of, European food. Some I don't like to this day, like borscht. I can't stand borscht. But all the other stuff, like a boiled chicken, like here in Israel, they call it washed chicken, washed chicken, because it's all white, it looks like, but it's good. And here in Israel, it's Mediterranean food, which is said to be the most healthy food. Lots of olive oil, salads, lots and lots of vegetables. So I grew to like it too. So I think when the food is good, I like it.
Okay. And then as a follow-up to that, what's your favorite part of dinner gatherings? And have you found that you've been able to translate the magic of those to the page to like convey some of the camaraderie that you experienced there in your stories?
Sometimes, usually the ideas come like sudden. You know, I have the story I'm working on open in a computer. And from time to time, even in the middle of a meal, or if I'm watching a movie or reading a book or talking to someone on the phone, doesn't matter. Just something comes in and I rush to the computer and I put it down. And then I go on doing whatever I was doing before until the next idea comes.
Right.
So it depends, you know, how it goes. It sometimes doesn't have anything to do what I'm doing. Just you know, like I told you last meeting that I was in a concert listening to love songs, and while I was listening and singing along, I wrote a crime story, you know, in my mind. When I got home, I just put down the whole crime novel beginnings. So I cannot control my mind. It's completely independent when it comes to writing my stories.
Wow. Great. Excellent. For everyone that has come in recently, welcome. Hi. This is the second Meet the Authors Zoom call that we're having in line with the 4-piece set of the seasons that the anthology group is producing. So welcome. We are having like a question and answer time with the authors. I'm going to be posing questions to the group as a whole. So feel free to participate when I throw questions out to the group. And there are also giveaways. Speaking of, Kathleen, if you wouldn't mind, grab a name.
While I'm shaking this up, I just want to tell you about this hat called SWADS. It's a Southwest Air Defense Sector that is no more. Well, Daniel, you won.
Hey, I won. I'm a winner, guys.
Yes. Yeah. Because everybody is in here. You have got this one here, I know. A 30-minute Zoom call with Dina, grabbing the attention of the author. Because he is, yes.
You want a dream date.
Yep.
All right.
So that's Daniel.
Oh my God. Daniel, just what you need.
Right?
Oh my God.
Well, it could, you know what you need to do is challenge him to write something out of his normal genre.
Okay.
All right.
And grab their attention.
Okay. So this is the second time in my whole life that I've ever won by somebody pulling a name out of a hat. And that first time, much like this time, I was going to win a prize just because I was like everybody's going to win a prize. But the first time I was at a work Christmas event and they had a bunch of prizes up and everybody had these tickets and you had to put your ticket in a bowl in front of the prize. And then they would choose from that bowl and whomever's ticket they chose won the prize. So I waited until they were like, all right, we're going to start calling names. Ready? In 5. And I ran up and I searched every bowl and I found one that was empty and I put it in there. And when they called my name to win the stapler, I screamed and flipped my chair and made a huge fuss because I won.
I don't blame you. I rarely win.
Yeah.
So I just, doesn't matter. Pencil, I won. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Cool beans. All right. So we're going to move on to another question for one of the authors. This is for Michelle. To quote my lovely wife, sometimes uncomfortable situations feel itchy, right? How have your personal efforts to overcome devastating obstacles helped you cope with the discomfort that life gives you that we tend to wear like a blanket?
Wow. Wow. I would say historically, based on some situations that have happened to me, while I was in grad school, actually. It was devastating for about 3 years. It took me a while to get over it. But what I ended up doing was putting it into a book. So I'm writing a novel that hopefully will be released later on this year, or at least I'm finishing the editing on it. But I actually took that's the basis. I took that as the basis for a character in my novel.
Mm.
And that's how I turned it around and dealt with it that way, because then I get to make people a certain way too. So when you're creative, you can kind of make people be a little bit different, than what you want. So that's what I do.
Excellent. As a follow-up, from where do you derive the strength necessary to trudge through the muddy, sticky, heavy facets of life that present us with the option to bury our face in our hands and ignore everything around us until it goes away?
God.
Hmm.
I have a strong faith foundation, very strong faith foundation. And so, when I'm in that place, that's where I go. I sit at the rock, just comfortably.
Okay. Excellent. So, how long have you been so attached to your faith?
All my life.
Okay. So it's been a constant for you, like a place to retreat in order to deal.
Yes. And I'm fortunate because behind our tradition, cultural tradition, and then also just in general, I've been able to embrace the two. So you see a lot of it in my writing. In the stories, you see a lot of my cultural experience, the Native American side. You see a lot of that.
Excellent. Wonderful. Let's I'm going to ask a question to the group now. We asked before what you were reading. What are you watching on TV right now? Everybody, feel free. Everybody, guests, writers, everyone, please feel free to chime in if you have something that you're excited about watching.
Get back to my turn the video on, but I'm watching MASH with my daughter. She's 11, and I used to watch it with my dad back when it was in first runs. When I was her age, and I've watched the whole series multiple times over the course of my life, but it's so much fun to be able to watch something with one of my kids that I am growing up.
Fun. Belinda, I saw you pop your camera on. Did you have a show that you are watching right now?
I'm currently watching The Last Kingdom.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Dang. Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. Anybody else? Anybody watching something fun or interesting or?
Yeah.
I see.
I've been revisiting The Wonder Years. Loved that show as a kid, and it's been fun to come back to it.
Excellent.
And plus, from a storytelling perspective, I really like it. The use of the sarcastic, wise adult narrator. So something to take away for future stories.
Yeah.
Fun. Aletta, I saw your pop your hand up.
This is my guilty and sometimes not guilty pleasure. All the ones that have to do with getting married, getting engaged, 90-day fiance, 90-day fiance later, married at first sight, where are they now? I'm totally addicted. I love watching every little nuance.
Fun. Dina, what are you watching?
Well, I was going to say Ragnarok, which is a Norwegian, but it's in English. I mean, there's subtitles in English, and I really recommend it because what they've done, it's fabulous. It's a modern day scene, but they've taken Norwegian mythology and put it into various characters that actually discover that they have these gifts, or sometimes they're not such good things. And it's actually really fabulous, and it's done. It's filmed in Norway on a fjord, and it's beautiful, and it's dealing a little bit with climate change and things like that. So things that are important in our world. It's a very nice thing. Sort of, I don't know what you would call that as a genre, sort of science fiction, but fiction.
I mean, I think it has to there's it's sci-fi fantasy ish. Because
it's real life too. Like people are having love affairs, and there's climate change issues and industrialization issues and
magic.
Yeah.
And magic.
I really recommend it. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Any of our guests interesting? Deborah, Andrea, Gary, anybody would like to share what you're watching right now?
Yeah, I just finished watching Station 11. it was a series on HBO. Which
Yeah.
was really cool. And I'm not much into like sci-fi so much, but after I watched it, I don't know if any of you have seen it. There's like 10 episodes. I was jealous that I didn't think of it.
Ha.
And I'm reading Bleak House by Charles Dickens because I'm trying to go back and read, but it's still a little rougher because I read a lot of Jack London and a lot of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle mysteries, and I was trying to go back a little farther, but that English gets a little tougher, but there's really beautiful moments in it, and I like to put that into my head, that kind of writing in English. Not so much contemporary, but mostly like of the last century writers, what I read mostly.
Excellent. Yeah, Kathleen, I see your hand up.
We watch a lot of mystery murder series on Prime and on BBC and all of that, because we really like the British and an Australian take on mysteries and how they handle things. But one of the fun ones I like to watch is Ghosts. It's a little half-hour comedy show, and it's just hysterical. It's about these 7 ghosts that are trapped in this house, and the wife is the only one that can hear them and see them. The husband got to hear them and see them one time. And from there, the things that that happen, and one ghost is a Norwegian Viking, and he's been there for 1,000 years. He's been there the longest, and it's just he's in love with Flower, who came there 50 years ago, who was a flower child.
That's what. Are you watching the one from the UK or the American version?
It's the American version.
The American version.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to jump into another pointed question. Jonathan, you mentioned MASH, and my question actually has to do with that. What are some of the things that spending time with your dad watching MASH you hope to re-experience with your daughter, only from a new perspective?
Well, I think that MASH provided not only a basis for some humor, but some, ways of interacting with others. Sometimes I knew they were bad. Sometimes I knew they weren't. But there were some themes. And I also learned a lot about storytelling from watching MASH. And especially as I've gotten older and I rewatched the series, I see things more so, the way that the series progressed and the characters. And I've always, loved, like, early on, Hawkeye was from Vermont. Later on, he was from Maine. Early on, his mom and dad were both alive, and he had a sister. Later on, he's an only child, and his mom died when he was really young. And just seeing some of those, I'd say continuity errors, but to me, they were always something to look for, these little kernels and little nuggets. And that's one of the things that I hope that my daughter will be able to. And every now and then she'll catch one and she'll, hey, Daddy, did you see that? Or and that's the kind of thing, the attention to the things that are all around us, but most people just miss. That's what I got out of it myself, and I hope that she gets out of it as well.
Okay. As a follow-up, do you find at the times and places in your life where you've gotten to experience something like a specific type of situation, but from different perspectives, does that help inform how you might create experiences in your writing for your characters that will experience things from multiple angles?
Absolutely. I know some of the most powerful things that I've experienced in my life, I've not even had the bravery to attempt to put into words. There was, I guess, probably the closest that I've come was the piece that I had in our autumn anthology about my greatest birthday present ever. And when I had originally written that story, it was just kind of a story. And I told it for, and reworked it. And over the course of preparing it for that book, I've shared several times that my editor told me it was crap and I had to throw it all away. And when I rewrote it, it was ripping my own guts out. And I had tears in my eyes as I was writing it. And everyone that's read it and told me about it told me that they also felt the emotions. And it's because of that it makes me want to be able to include more. But again, I say like two of the most powerful things that I've ever seen are the first time that I saw the Vietnam Wall in Washington, D.C., which is without a doubt the most powerful monument I have ever seen, ever. And I would say probably the second most powerful monument that I've experienced and have not attempted to really write about was when I took my middle daughter to Auschwitz. And that was an incredible, surreal moment, which included me losing my daughter at the crematorium.
Oh, no.
And it didn't matter that it was 75 years later after they had turned them off. I felt sheer terror. And touching those emotions are hard, and getting it in your writing is hard. But I think that it very much can come across to your readers if you do it the right way. And I will say that in this current anthology, Spring the Unexpected, I shared one, and it wasn't that it was such a powerful moment for me, but I had a friend whose sister passed away, and I went to see him, and I truly did leave from Pensacola when it was 76 degrees and landed in Omaha, Nebraska when it was 3 degrees. And being able to include even those pieces of that, because big chunks of the story are fiction, but the parts that were real made it more real to me and made it more intense to me. And even though my friend that I really kind of wrote it about doesn't have Alzheimer's, he read the story at 3 different points in its development. And every time he told me, I cried and I laughed. And it's being able to share those moments effectively that I really think gives a true depth to our writing.
Wonderful. Thank you. Kathleen,
Yeah.
would you like to pick another name?
I did. And believe it or not, I picked Jonathan.
Hey.
Hey.
So Jonathan,
congratulations.
yes, you have 30 minutes with Michelle, how to make a book show.
That is wonderful, because I have a connection with Michelle all the way back to our first anthology.
Excellent. Excellent. Wonderful.
Yeah, so
wonderful. Congratulations, Jonathan. You two are a winner. Don't worry, everyone. You will all be winners.
Everybody gets to win.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to pose one more question to the whole group, everyone. And I sent this question to the writers, so you'll hear it again, but please throw it out there. Imagine if all the animals in the world were the size of a typical house cat, all of them. What animal that's not typically a pet would you take for your pet?
You didn't ask not typically a pet in the written question.
Well, sure.
Because I said cat.
I'm tweaking it.
Because I said cat, because everything else is weird. Then I would have a normal cat.
Oh, so when are you afraid to stay away from weird, Kevin?
No, I'm with all of you.
Well,
any animals?
Yeah, I think I would choose an elephant. I'm sorry, Lynn, I didn't see your
well,
hand.
I was going to choose an elephant too, so go right ahead.
Excellent. Yeah,
I would choose my favorite Christmas carol. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Yes. A hippo. Perfect. Yash, you had your finger up?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'd choose a squirrel.
A squirrel. Oh, a giant squirrel.
That's a little bigger than normal squirrel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Big squirrel.
Yeah,
Giant
it might,
squirrels.
yeah, it might drive me nuts, but I think it'd be worth it.
I like that play on words. Anna, I saw your hand up. What animal?
I would choose a dolphin.
A
I love
dolphin.
dolphins. It's such a pity that they are so big.
Yeah.
Actually, if they were, smaller, I would take one home.
Okay.
And
Well, you take it home. What are you going to do with it? Keep it The bathtub.
The bathtub.
The bathtub.
Obviously.
Crazy.
yeah.
What? See, that's
In
another reason why I
aquarium.
wouldn't
Yeah,
do it,
you know,
because
so
Oh, right.
small that I can build an aquarium and put it in an aquarium.
Mm. To like take one of the bedrooms of her house and just turn it into a giant
Patisserie.
aquarium. Yes, I love it. I love it. Aletta, I saw your hand.
You know,
I
you-
would
you
love to
sell
have
like
a-
pet. You
Uh-huh.
you sell like a pet, so it's a small pet. just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
small-
Yeah.
Aletta,
I
what
would love to have a koala because it could still warm and fuzzy. I could cuddle it and squeeze
Mm.
it and put it on pillows and stuff like that.
oh, fun.
Yeah.
These are fun answers.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. And in my fantasy world, I would choose a baby dragon.
I
Yes.
said dragon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
Oh my
like
God.
that.
course.
absolutely,
Well, baby
absolutely.
dragon, mother of dragons. I love it. I love it.
And I would pick a bear. A bear. is
bear.
fun. A bear.
Ooh, what kind of bear? Like a polar bear or a black
No,
bear?
big, yeah, big black bear, a polar bear.
Nice.
Mhm.
I like
I,
it.
you know, if I was in a fantasy, it would be a dragon
Mhm.
or it would be a tiger, something
Tiger.
like that, but some kind of big feline.
Okay.
Yeah, but it won't be big though.
Yeah, it's the size of a
I
typical
know,
house
but
cat.
it would be reduced down to that size.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I
I feel that that's cruel. Like I wouldn't want to take a wild animal and keep it as a pet. So whatever I would pick, I would let it go. So
Aw.
it
Yeah,
would just
yeah.
be free.
Well, it
That's
might
very
not be able
sweet.
to
This-
survive. It might not be able to survive though.
Yeah,
I
but
read a-
if he chooses a cat, it probably will, and then it will irrevocably alter the ecosystem around it, which is
Right.
amazing.
Yeah.
Cats are hilarious creatures. Hilarious.
Yes, they are. So are dogs. So
I
are
would
dogs.
I would pick a rhinoceros. I would
What?
want a tank puppy because they're blind, right? They can't see anything, so they get freaked out all the time. And I just think it would be so funny because I would have to have like a fully padded house because like a scared rhinoceros just running over and knocking everything over. You know, that would get old, but it would just be funny, like, oh, and then just run and start banging stuff. It would be great. No rhino. Anybody else have any of the guests? Yeah, any of the
Andrea
guests
has
that are here.
something. Call on
in the
Andrea.
chat.
Oh, Andrea, yeah. Oh,
Mike's off.
she's a bearded
Mike's off.
dragon
Yeah, she put it in the chat.
in the chat. She said, "I would choose my bearded dragon." She loves reptiles. Bearded dragons
Oh,
are dope.
cool.
So like this would be a slightly bigger.
Yeah,
bearded
hi, I'm
dragon.
sorry, I'm at work, so I can't have the voice and audio on, so I'm just gonna put my responses in the chat.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Anybody that wants, if you want to throw your answer in the chat, that would be dope. If you have any questions, any of the guests, if you have a question that you would like to pose, please throw it in the chat, and I'll try and get to questions for the group from you guys, as well as the questions that I prepared for the authors. All
Oh.
right, hit me with one more animal. Hit me with one more animal, and then we'll go on to the next
Lemur,
one.
my lemur.
Oh, lemur.
Oh, cute.
They're really long tails and they're mischief. I think you said something about like you like their makeup.
They have great makeup.
Yeah.
man. Much better than I can do. Much better than I could ever do.
Fun. All right. So now I have a question for Aletta B. And so to preface this, I sent a selection of questions to all of the authors beforehand, and they sent me back answers. And then from those answers, I'm posing further questions. So for Aletta, I asked who would play you in the biopic of your life, and you chose Tina Turner. What are some of the characteristics you see in yourself that her breadth of work embodies?
Joy,
Joy.
passion, drive, humor.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, great thighs, great legs.
Yes.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
have those.
You would.
I was just thinking, I've only ever seen her from here up. So
I saw her and Ike in '69 for the first
Hmm.
time, and so that just blew me away.
Hmm.
I was only about 6 feet away from them on the stage.
Wow.
A huge impression.
Wow.
Yeah.
How exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
And then as a follow-up, how would you go about embodying the characteristics in her that you find in yourself, should you ever get to play her in a biopic?
I can manage my energy to get it there. I just have learned how to do that over the years. That would be the main thing. I'd need a lot of dancing in the meantime to build up my legs.
Okay. Excellent.
That's it.
Fun. So you've been a fan of hers then ever since you saw her, or were you a fan before that?
No, that was the first time I'd seen her.
Okay.
Or really known about her. I was a baby.
Wow. Okay.
A baby of blah, decades.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Okay. And then have you followed her career since pretty closely? Or is she like amongst your favorite performers?
I don't really follow performers religiously like that, but I'm just always, I can just start singing. I'm so excited or inside, and I'll be able to boom up.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Oh, fun. Okay. So I have actually we'll do question prize. Kathleen, hit us with another prize, please.
Okay. We have got Yash.
Hey,
Yash, you, yes, you have 30 minutes with Aletta on what to do when you don't feel like writing.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, Yash.
Okay,
Excellent.
so that's Yash.
Excellent. This is fun.
Yeah.
Do you wanna pick another name?
Sure.
Let's go with 2. We'll go with 2 right now.
Okay. We have, Solia.
Heyo.
Solia.
Hi.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. I don't know what I want, but thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a free ebook of the anthology.
Thank you.
Hey, congratulations. She didn't mention which one, so obviously it's going to be.
No, it's going to
first
be
two.
spring.
The spring one.
It's going to be one that you participated in for sure.
Thank you. I'll make sure to leave a review. Thank you very much.
I'm going to pull a couple more for the next time.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Lynn or LK. I asked what your ultimate goal for writing was, and you replied with publishing, deriving income, and expressing creativity and giving life meaning. Before this anthology, what did you do to give life meaning?
Lynn's talking right now.
Hey, Craig. Well, I wrote. I actually was on my 3rd novel in a trilogy, and it's a sci-fi apocalyptic type story where then they go to find this society. And for me, anything that I write, ultimately I want to deliver a message that could emotionally impact the reader, maybe give them a new way of looking at life, and in some way be uplifting. I mean, for me, characters and stories often achieve what we ourselves don't feel we can achieve in real life. We get to go into another universe, experience an adventure that we would never, I would never experience living in my little house in Alabama. But, venture into that world and then come out of it having learned something, having gained something, or maybe having some redeeming character quality that would emerge, your better self as your better self. So that's how I go about that.
Okay, then let's talk about before writing. If writing is in part something that helps give life meaning, how did you decide what gave life meaning before you started writing? So before you published your other 2 books of the trilogy, any other your public works, how did you decide that?
Well, I think there's certain things in life that for whatever reason we're drawn to. For me, also music, singing. My husband's a music producer too. So, I mean, there's just like a bigger than myself connection was something that's way bigger than me, you know,
Mhm.
call it God, call it the universe, call it infinity,
Mhm.
however you name it. There's a way of plugging into that, and through music and through singing,
Mhm.
I would feel bigger than my ordinary self. So that's
Mhm.
another way.
Okay.
And art, you know, when you create a painting, I mean, I love to paint,
Mhm.
and I create websites, and there's this creativity that comes through you, that just gives you joy.
Mm.
It just makes life wonderful in that moment. And that's the kind of thing that I live for.
Right on. Have you noticed that the things that bring you excitement or kind of help give life meaning, do you notice them kind of fluidly change throughout life? Whereas something, and hearing you talk about expressing art in different ways, I know, like for me, I do the same. When I'm super motivated in one major expression of art, whether it's music, performance on stage, writing, anything, sculpting, even, when you're focused on that, how do you kind of let that go and move into the next one? Or is it that inspiration hits and you just feel like, I have to express this way, and so you move on to that?
Well, I tend to like to finish what I start,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise my attention becomes really scattered all over the place, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel too spread out. So like when I have finished one thing, I think that sort of opens up the possibility for the next creativity that I'm going to engage in. So I mean, I do think it's, you know, and granted, there are projects that go on for years and you're not finishing them, but I do think that helps inspire the next.
Okay.
And sometimes it's just through seeing other people, you know, like all of these authors that write in our books, I read the stories and I get inspired, you know, they move me, they touch my heart. And that is a big factor as well.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you. Kathleen, hit us with another name.
Okay, I went ahead and pulled everybody and put them in order. Cindy.
Heyo. Congratulations, Cindy.
Cindy. Yay. And what you have won is 5 of these project folders. So I hope you like projects and you like to track them.
There you go.
So it doesn't have to be writing. It can be an addition that you're building on your home or whatever, but there are 5 folders in here. What I'm going to need is for you to send me your address.
Okay.
And I'm going to put in the email or the chat my email address, so you can just email it to me. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So anybody who wins folders, you have to do that, okay? You have to take down my address and my email address, and if I can type it right then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So great. So you're going to pop your email address into the chat to everyone. Excellent. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. There it is. Kathleen at Osborne.
K Osborne.
minus author.com.
Yep.
Osborne-author. Cool beans?
Yep.
Cool beans. Excellent. Excellent. Let's move to Jerry. Jerry. Hey.
Oh, hello.
Hi. So you like to write detective stories. What are some of the preparations you go through to develop a detective story? And when developing a mystery for this story, do you solve it first and then figure out how to write it?
Oh yeah, I always have to have the ending. If I don't have an end, I have to have something to aim at.
Okay.
So you start with the problem, then if you know the ending, then you can do anything you want to in the middle, and it comes out to the same place. So that's the only way I can do it. Others may. I read one time that Ray Bradbury said he would sit down and just start writing and didn't know where he was going. He would just go anywhere, and I couldn't do that. I don't think. I have to have a goal.
Okay. So do you then just you create you think of the beginning and the end first, and then you fill in the middle, or do you like create an outline for yourself where you can kind of track where you've been going, who's even in this world, and how it all ties together? Or do you keep it simple at the start and then flesh it out as you write?
Yes.
Yay, great answer.
Usually it's I think basically I have the whole story in my head when I start.
Okay.
And then I just finish it. And I don't have any real secrets to it. I just get an idea and it comes out. I don't even know how I get the idea. It just shows up one day.
Wow.
So
okay. Then as the creator of mysteries, do you find it more exhilarating to compose the mystery on paper or to dream it up in the first place? So when that idea kind of starts to spark inside you and inspire you, and you're like, okay, I'm going to write this story about this. Is that more fun, or is it actually putting it on paper and kind of seeing it flesh out?
God, that's hard to say. When you get the idea, it's fun. That's the fun part of it. And then writing it out is it kind of I don't know. It's they're both equally satisfying. So, but seeing it on paper and writing it out and then, yeah, I guess that is the more satisfying part of it. Is then I have someone look at it and tell me if they like it or not, and that's basically how it goes.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. Excellent. Kathleen, who's our next winner?
Our next winner is Diane.
Hey-o. Congratulations, Diane.
Diane?
Where's Diane?
Diane is right on my screen. She's between Daniel and Aletta.
Oh.
Now, Diane, are you a writer?
No, I'm not a writer. No.
You're not. No, you're not a writer.
I am a friend of Anna's, and I have edited for Anna and for Lynn. This is the first time I'm meeting Lynn, and I was at your previous Meet the Authors Zoom meeting as well. I live in Israel. I'm sitting here in Israel, and Lynn and Anna invited me to join you, so I did my best.
Okay. Okay. I've got a question for you, because I am going to send you also a set of folders of the projects, but do you have an American address that it then gets shipped on? Okay. Are you close to Anna physically?
Yes.
Okay, then I will send it in her name, and then she can hand it to you and give you a hug from all of us too.
Okay,
thank you. For your loyalty of being here again. Okay? All right.
Congratulations, Diane. Hooray. Kathleen, hit us with one more winner, and then we'll move on to the next.
Okay, Craig, you're the next one.
Hey-o.
Hey, Craig.
Congratulations, Craig.
Question, are you an author or are you a reader?
Or both.
You're both. Okay.
No, that was me saying.
Dina was asking to clarify.
Craig, are you both, or are you an author or a reader?
Craig's an actor.
He's an actor. Okay. Oh, wow.
Craig is my son-in-law.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, you're getting an ebook.
Hey-o.
Yeah, because I tell you what, they are wonderful to read aloud and to get that acting vibe in, right? I've had all of the team practicing doing that. So that is really good. You get an ebook of our anthology. And so I got your email. I don't know if I have your email address or not, Craig. So if you would send that to me, I would really appreciate it, because we will send that to you.
I think he might have stepped away from the computer. I'll make sure you get his email address.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay.
All right. Excellent. So the next question happens to be for Kathleen. Excellent. So, having recently finalized the publication of your debut novel, how does the satisfaction of completing that